So this week we talked about have learning goals changed, explain the diagram from the reading, and how do the different examples you provided us relate to learning environment, and how do you think the use of technology might support um, elements of the learning environment. So first question is, have learning goals changed? Um, Learning goals have changed because we are now asking uh, ed- the education system to produce students and workforce members that are up to date on the newest information and the newest ways of doing things. And 100 years ago, you know, the education was being asked to be able to teach people how to do math, um, reading, writing. Um, and so we're asking a lot more out of the education system. And one of the ways to do that is to make education fun and intriguing. And so that kind of leads into the next question is the diagram is a big circle, and then this big circle is community. On the inside, it has learner-centered, knowledge-centered, and assessment. So these are the things that are said to be important for the environment of learning. And so the learner center topic area has really grown in the way that we present information. It's grown in that the education system is trying to find ways to make education more interesting, more intriguing, more applicable to life, and ways to connect with the students so that they're getting a deeper understanding and a deeper knowledge instead of just memorizing facts. So that's learner centered. Knowledge centered. So education is also now uh, kind of putting an emphasis on technology because you have to know how to use technology in the world today. It's in every profession. You have to be proficient in it, and so they're trying to incorporate technology into learning and how to do that the best way while making the student the priority in learning, like how to make it as user friendly and applicable as possible. An assessment, that's how you measure the knowledge gained. And community is the people around you and how it's presented. So what you showed us this week was you showed us several schools, and a lot of them I really, really liked. Um, and I think that they connect to the learning environment because traditional school, you're reading out of a book and it's boring and kids kind of dread to go to school, and it's just this kind of stereotype of, oh no, school. And these schools are kind of reinventing what we think about school by presenting information that is relevant currently, new, cutting edge. They're using technology, and they're doing a lot more labs, and they're allowing students to be more proactive and engaged into what they're actually learning, and um, it's really awesome. The one thing that I didn't really understand and how it related to the learning environment was the Sudbury Valley School, which kind of lets you do um, anything you want. And, I don't know exactly how they do it, but if I could have done whatever I wanted, I would have stayed on my dad's farm and fished all day growing up. But I do think it's really cool because if they're presenting stuff that's actually interesting um, in labs and stuff like that, and they're allowing the students to become interested in a certain thing and then going down that um, road of knowledge. What I struggle with is how, if they let the student build his own knowledge, his own education, and do what he wants and what he's interested in, that's great, but that's leaving some serious gaps in what he's learning. He's not becoming well-rounded. Possibly he could only be interested in one thing, but you kind of have to know a little bit of everything in today's day and age. um, uh, I think that technology is very, very important in the learning environment today. I think so because, like I said earlier, it is in every aspect of life today, and I think uh, it children being exposed to them, it makes learning relevant. It makes it applicable just because the tools that they're using, they are going to have to know how to use for the rest of their life. And for the learning environment, uh, it can be incorporated into learner centered because the learner needs to know it. Knowledge centered, you can get a lot more done. You can use it to gather information, produce more. Uh, it can be used as a way of assessment. You can community, though, similar to this class, you can use discussion boards, but in a classroom setting or something like that, you will definitely have a community even though you're working on technology. So that's what I got for this week.